acting upon this visible nature scheme, it wakens our earth matter's heavy dose to think and feel. It is describing the process of evolution, how that hierarchy is working in us also, to think and feel and to react to joy. It models in us our diviner power. Diviner power, you see, that is the whole constant emphasis. Keep on building up divinity in us, building up. I mean, what is easy, you can start with the mind, you can start with psychic being, you can start with the life instincts, and then you can go to the physical. That is how the diviner parts will be built in us, you see. Now, diviner parts also mean, if you want to really become fully divine, you have to create centers of activity in your subtle body where the divine can work. See, we have got now 7 centers in us, but then there are 3 centers below, 2 centers above. They have to also open out in the physical upper world. In other words, the prayer of the aspiring soul is to build up those centers. The prayer, the effort, the entire work of the gods is to create man with those centers of action. See, the gods are not there for nothing. They are there constantly working in us. The inner being is open to them, and it is in our inner being they are constantly building up those centers. When Sri Aurobindo saying that it may take 300 years or 500 years for the Superman to be born. Why? Because the gods have to build up all those things in the inner being of man. Gods have to be. Man himself has to aspire and help gods, be a partner in the works of God. So the gods are constantly operative, working there. They are busy building up a Superman in us. We are not aware of it. Well, that is our tragedy, but they are there. All the process has been set into motion by the yoga tapasya of Sri Aurobindo and the mother. That is a great thing. The process has been set into motion. It is happening now, you see. Diviner palm lifts mortal mind. So what is the palm? How it happened? Our mortal mind rises into a greater area. It becomes an illumined mind, it becomes a higher mind, it becomes intuition, it becomes overmind, it shoots up even beyond, lifts mortal mind into a greater air, makes yearn this life. So mind, life, this life of flesh to intangible aim, the physical, the body itself, the life itself, links the body's death with immortality is called. Again, body's death to immortality. So body's death is for that purpose, that frailty is for that purpose, to bring down immortality in it. So that is what is going to happen. It awakens our earth matter. For what? To build such a mind, to build such a life, to build such a body. It is for that purpose earth matter is awakened. Links body's day to immortal's call. Out of the swoon of the inconscient, it levels to a superconscient life. Well, that is the summary of the whole process. It labors out of the swoon of inconscience. It labors. That is important. It labors. That whole process, it is within, below, without, above. It is laboring, working constantly, is busy, is occupied. It labors. It is not sitting there quietly. If earth were all, and this were not in her. You see, the necessary condition is that they had to be present there. That world hierarchy within has to be present. Because if earth were all, and this hierarchy, this world sphere were not there within us, thought could not be, nor the delights respond. Only material forms could then be her guest. Material forms only would be there, driven by an inanimate world force. So the purpose of this hierarchy, of this world sphere, of this whole realm is to build up that man, a earth for all. So, in other words, it is a necessary condition for the earth to grow. Without this hierarchy of world, within, above, etc., earth itself cannot make any progress, you see. Driven by an inanimate world force, earth by this golden superfluity. Well, it is superfluity because perhaps it's not necessary otherwise. Golden, but it is rich, right? Bore thinking man, and more than man shall bear. Because of this world sphere within us, there is a possibility of man exceeding himself. Man exceeding himself. Yes, it has brought out man, but that is not the end of the story. That is not the end of evolution. He says, superconscious already says, by earth, by it is golden superiority. He says already superconscious line, it level to a superconscious line. Earth by this golden superiority, both thinking man and more than man shall bear. Well, that is a promise. Well, that is what Sri Aurobindo has been there all the while insisting. The higher scheme of being is our cause and hold the key to our ascending fate. This higher scheme. You see, that is the whole purpose. Unless that is there, you cannot really climb up also. It calls out of our dense mortality, out of our dense mortality. See, that is what we are, dense mortality. The conscious spirit nurse in matter's house. Conscious spirit nurse in matter's house. Yeah, well, it has taken matter as its house and it is growing, growing, growing. The conscious spirit nurse in matter's house, nurse, growing, expanding, climbing up. The living symbol of this conscious plane, living symbol of this conscious plane, all these realms which are there, the hierarchy, the 100 levels which are there, its influences and goddess of the unseen, its unthought logic of realities and arisen from the unspoken truth of things, arisen from the unspoken truth of things, arisen from the unspoken truth of things. You see, they have come up because of the unspoken. It is coming to expression now. Have fixed our inner life's slow-scaled degree. Our inner life is built up upon that. She has already said, within, above, below, etc., etc. So what is happening now within? The world hierarchy is there, but in man also there is the hierarchy and that has to be built up. You see. Have fixed our inner lives slow-scaled. Obviously, slow-scaled, the process is long, but it is there. Its steps are paces to the soul's return. Again, soul's return, evolution. Its steps are the paces to the soul's return from the deep adventure of material birth. Yes, it has taken plunge into matter, and from matter it is rising up, a ladder of delivering the sun, and run that nature climbs to deity, run that nature climbs to deity, to Godhead. See, deity, Murti, deity is Murti. Murti means the presence of Divine Himself. When you see a Murti, it means there is a Divine presence there. When you go to a temple and see the image of a God, it is not just a stone statue or a bronze statue, but there is the presence of God Himself. So when you are seeing God there, actually it is a darshana. It is a darshana of the God's personality to you when you go to the temple there, you see. Each temple has that kind of a personality in that character. Go to Ganesha temple, go to Shiva temple, go to Hanuman temple, wherever you like, you see. You have that darshana of the deity present there. See. When you are able to see that deity within there, then you have really gone to the temple. It's not that go and there clap and dance and ring bells and come away, you see. when you have really witnessed that presence of the divine in that image, because he is there, he is present there, and he is giving you a darshan. You go to Tirupati and see Balaji's temple, really something marvelous, absolutely different. It's a different, it is a darshana, I see, it is a darshana. His steps are spaces of the soul's return from the deep adventure of material birth, a ladder of delivering the sun, and run that nature climbs to deity. Now Balaji is one of the richest temples in the world, very, very rich temple in Tirupati, you see, one of the very richest temples. In his earlier days, he was short of money, and he could not have enough money for his marriage. He could not. He was short of money, so he could not have enough money for the marriage, you see. So he went to Kubera. Kubera is the god of wealth. He went to Kubera and then prayed to Kubera, and then he got the richness from Kubera all that day. Now the money is pouring. It steps, that is the darshana, that is the experience, that is the reality, that is what actually happens here. Now we are not aware of it, we have kind of forgotten the intrinsic significance of all this in it all. You pass judgment, you go to court and go to sin, it is all nonsense, silly. You see, people do all those things without understanding, you see. Sabarimala, well, there is a divine presence there, and there is a certain kind of an power working for a certain manner, for a certain work, and that darshan you want, you see. Its steps are passage to the soul's return. Soul's return, evolution, again he is constantly telling you, from the deep adventure of material birth. Adventure of material birth, yeah, it's an adventure, you are plunged here. A ladder of delivering the sun, and run that nature climbs to delight you. Once in the vigil of a deathless gaze, these grace had marred her giant downward plunge. These grace had marred her giant downward plunge. Well, that is how the involution had taken place. One, the wide and prone leap of a Godhead's fall. The Godhead, how it got involved, that is what the sentence is telling you. Once in the vigil of a deathless gaze, the supramental gaze of Satchidananda, it is under his eye. There was a downward plunge. Once in the vigil of a deathless gaze, this grace had marked a giant downward plunge, the wide and prone leap of a goddess fall, wide and prone, well, plunging down below, she is the goddess.